morning everyone, hiya.
Oh,
it's Lisa and we are on our way to weigh in right now, so we will oh look at this, look at my hair. What's that doing there? Look at that. Ooh, big hair. Some 80s hair right there, look. I feel like I should be going something like Maria, you want to see her.
yeah.
Shut to the heart, and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to film it live again, and because it is Vlogtober, so we will show you what's happening. Wow, you've dropped.
Oh, there's your card, Barbara. Thank you.
What have I done?
I think I got the 3 weeks.
Free.
£3
I
off.
don't know how I've done that. I had to egg custard tarts this week. It was lovely.
Don't tell everyone that, you're live on
And
YouTube.
I did eat them very happily.
Right, yeah then. Bit scared.
Are you ready?
Right, okay, ready to go.
I'll pop it there on the
flat bit.
You're half a pound lighter than me.
2.5 off.
Well done.
I'm happy with that, 2.5 off.
But you're
These are good scales, bring these again.
only half a pound lighter than me now.
Hi, so you just saw us weigh in. How do you feel, £3 off?
Really good. Yeah, I said most of our week we've had an extra easy week, so where before we tried to kind of stay with SP a lot of the week, thinking that was gonna
For a few days.
that's gonna help us have better weight losses, but I said I do just as well, if not better, on just an extra easy week mostly.
Well, it's just we've had a couple of SP days, so all we're kind of doing at the moment is just changing it up and playing around with the plan, making sure that we're on plan, because we're doing on plan for October. So yeah, no, I'm really happy with that. I lost 2.5, as you saw, which I'll show you the book, takes me to 2 stone 11, so I now weigh in at 18 stone and 9 pounds, and Rufus weighs in at 18 stone 9.5 pounds.
So last week there was a £1 difference between us, and now this week there's a half a pound.
Bearing in mind, breast forms weigh 2.5 pounds, these ones, so you know I'm actually 18 stone 6.5 pounds, so I'm actually £4 lighter than you, £3 lighter than you.
I'll catch you up.
But yeah, you will catch me up. So I am now £3 away from my 3 stone award, and that's really cool. I'm really impressed with that. It took me so long. That 2.5 stone, that little bracket, I was bouncing around there.
I know,
for
sometimes
ages.
we get stuck, and then all of a sudden you have another little spurt and losses, and
absolutely stuck there for ages. And now in the last, well, as the consultant said today, we had a different consultant today. In the last 4 weeks, I've lost £8. So that's a consistent £2 a week. So I'm really happy with that. I didn't realise that. I'm really happy with that. So hopefully, if I can really push through this week and have a really on-plan week, I could even get my 3 stone award next week. That would be amazing. Because then that puts my...
What have you got to lose for next week to get
£3.
That's
Which puts me, my target then becomes, I want to get my 4 stone award for Christmas, and that's really doable. That gives me £1.50 a week on average, for the next 12 weeks, and I'll be there. So that's I'm focused. So that'll be really good. In fact, if I do £1.50 a week for that, I'll be nearly at 4.5 stone, which will take me almost to target. Because my target was I had 4 stone 13 pounds, believe it or not, was my total target loss. And if I can get to 4 stone 4.5 stone for Christmas, then I'm right close to target. I mean, that would be amazing. That would be just you know, the confidence, the difference from getting out of that £3 either way, that 2.5, just that little window of that award, that last shiny. Once I've got through that and I'm heading towards the next one, this feels really good, and this feels really positive. So I'm up for this now this week, totally up for this. So what about you? So what's your total weight loss now?
It's 5 stone 3 pound.
5 stone 3. So £4, you'll be your 5.5 stone award. So you could even hit that next week.
If not next week, be the week after. But yeah, in theory,
but that's really
within
possible.
2 weeks, I can get to my 5.5.
Yeah, that's really possible. So that's really good. So then, that's us. That's our results. How have you done? Let us know. It's the Tuesday weigh-in, so let us know how you got on this week. We love knowing your results. We had a really good session at group, didn't we, afterwards? Sort of chatting with all the other members and things. It was really lovely today.
This week I had a cheeky egg custard tarts this week.
Which you might end up paying for next week. We don't know yet.
No, I had them on Tuesday.
You had them on Tuesday, so yeah, you should have. They should have burnt through them. But you did have
the rest of the week.
You were good at the rest of the week, and you did cut back a couple of your sins a little bit to offset that. So that's just obviously what we've got to do. And
they're really nice though.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you can have them every week. That'll put your weight losses too much at risk. But yeah, it's all about today. Really, she was talking a lot about motivation, wasn't she? And what motivates us. And of course, for us, it's surgery. But for other people, they were talking about just generally not wanting to be as big. The consultant this week, because we had a standing consultant, because Brenda's away, she said that for her, she's got her 40th birthday around the corner, and she's got her MOT. And she doesn't want to be told she's got high blood pressure and heart conditions and all of that. So for her, that's a motivation. And I think the people that seem to do best are people who have some kind of actual motivation. Now, whether that just be that you've set yourself a goal of where you want to be weight-wise, or whether that's because, like us, you've got surgery or wedding,
just saying bye to someone
or a wedding or whatever it may be. If you haven't got a specific goal in mind, make one up. I don't mean like just say when somebody asks you. I mean, think about why you want to get to, why you want to get to a certain weight. Don't just say, oh, you know, I want to be 12 stone because it's a nice number. Why do you want to be 12 stone? What is it about 12 stone that's different to 12.5 or 13? What's the difference? Is it your BMI? Do you want to get your BMI into the next healthy or overweight range, or you know, not morbidly obese, you're just obese, or instead of being obese you're just overweight?
So just
or
to be obese
whatever.
though is not actually to be actually that much over your healthy range anyway. It's kind of like,
but this is it. But if you've got a target, if that's your target to get into the orange zone, not the red zone or whatever it is, then just stay focused on it. If your target is for health reasons, stay focused. It's just trying to remember that, isn't it? And try and remember that motivation. Christmas is coming up.
I said a while ago, my mum was borderline, nearly, you know, she had a kind of a little wobble, and they said she might have been diabetic if she didn't kind of watch what she was eating. And like I say, being over 40 now, that could well be me, obviously, if I don't get the weight down. So I don't really want to get onto that path.
Well, you don't want to start having to take the medication I take and losing your hair.
No, that's it. Plus, you know, I want to do it just for health reasons, be a lot healthier. I feel a lot better when we go walking. Like, my knees don't hurt anymore. So there's a lot of reasons why, you know, we were doing really well. And I said we just keep chipping away at it, and we all.
That's your catchphrase, isn't it?
We will all get there.
That's your catchphrase. Keep chipping.
As long as every time you get on the scales, you know, you either maintain or it goes down, then that's a bonus.
And if you have a small gain, it's possible to pull it back. It really is. I mean, when I look at my book, there are weeks, and now I feel very much more focused and more aware of being on plan and what it means to me. And it means a lot. And for a little while, it didn't mean as much, if that makes sense.
What did you do this week? You said that you'd had a little bit of a wobble. You'd had those, is it like, not rice cakes, there's something else you had a rye something.
Oh, the multi-grain stuff. Yeah, I went over my sins.
So, like I say, sometimes when we binge a little bit, we kind of try and aim for, like I say, if I'm going to get up really late and go, oh, I want something really sweet, but I don't want to be really naughty, and I go to the fridge, sometimes I make up an extra little pot of quark, and sometimes if I feel peckish or I'm really hungry at night, really late, sometimes I'll sit and eat a little pot of quark. And I'm knowing that I can have it, and I'm not really going to do any damage.
Not too much damage.
No. So
I mean, I had a day this week where, when I wasn't feeling well, towards I think it was Friday, Saturday, I ate a lot, but I ate a lot of Ryvita, and Ryvita rye crisp breads, which are very low in sins. And so purposely, because I knew, and I think it was Friday, wasn't it? Or was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday.
Weekend,
Yeah, I think it was Saturday, because I wasn't feeling well, and I said to you that I'd been pecking, didn't I? And it was one of those days where I was just grazing, and I never felt full, but I wasn't hungry. I just wanted it. But I knew that the minute I went onto the yogurts, or the Muller yogurts, or whatever we had in the fridge, if I started on your Muller yogurts, I'd have eaten 6 of them. And I knew that if I'd had anything, if I'd gone anywhere near a hi-fi bar or a benefit bar, I would have had 7 or 8 of them. And I knew that, so I purposely went for the Ryvitas. They had the Sweet Sensation ones, which are lovely actually, the Fruit Sensation ones. Yeah, they're really nice. But they're slightly higher in sins, and I only had a couple of those left. And I knew in the back of my head, I thought, well, I can eat those 2 or 3, whatever they were. And then if I'm still pecking, I can have some of the multigrain rye breads. And sometimes I've got a sweet tooth, but generally I'm more of a savoury person. So I just was just eating them and I'm munching them through, and they were lovely. But I knew that my head was that way out, and I knew that I was going to binge, and I just thought, if I'm going to binge, let's binge as healthy and as safe as possible. And I did, and hopefully this week I won't have a binge. As I say, I came out with 2.5 pounds off this week, and I am ecstatic at that. That's really good. And that takes me, as I say, right close now, within touching distance of my 3 stone awards. So I'm really happy with that. So anyway, let us know how you got on. Let us know if there's anything that motivates you. What is your motivation? Because that's always an interesting thing as well, isn't it? About why people start Slimming World in the first place. And yeah, leave us your comments, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, like the video, share the video, all of that. This is Vlogtober day 3, so we will be vlogging. The recipe for the burgers and the cauliflower rice buns will be coming up later today. I didn't have time to edit it yesterday. We were late getting back from Sheffield, but I will sit and edit that today and get that up hopefully this afternoon as well. So bonus content. So there you go. Anything else you want to add? No. Okay. So we do read all your comments. I quite often read them to you in bed, don't I? And I will reply. As I say, when I can get back on the laptop properly later today, I will reply to everybody. So thank you for all your comments. Thank you for the people that are added us on Instagram. It's BeyondAuthentic_SW on Instagram. I'm going to try and post some bits and pieces today on that as well. Don't forget, we've got 1 week for our Slimming World Q&A. If you want to ask us... Sorry, I'm playing with the tripod. If you've got any questions you want to ask that are Slimming World related, if you go onto our Instagram account, page, whatever, profile, I'm not sure what it's called. Our Instagram, anyway, BeyondAuthentic_SW, and send us one of your questions on there. We will be doing that video this coming Monday, so the 9th of October. So you've still got a little while if you've got any Slimming World questions. Apart from that, I think that's it, isn't it?
That's it.
We're heading off to the bank, and we might nip into Aldi or somewhere. I don't quite know what we're doing today, are we?
Going to the shops.
Yeah, we need to go and get your tablets at the chemist and stuff. But yeah, apart from that...
Put your repeats and stuff.
Yeah. Apart from that, we will see you on the next video.
We will.
And what do we always say, my darling?
Happy slimming.
Happy slimming.